Instruction on uploading data from a CSV file. This is the Magruder home page, and I go to the data reporting website by clicking on Lab Portal. I enter my user login and password. And it brings me to the table of active samples and archive samples. The active samples are the samples that I can enter data on. I hit Data Submission and Receipts. And when you come here for the very first time, you'll see an empty table. And I'm going to show you how to enter data by exporting an Excel file that you can enter the data on and then uploading the file into the program. You do that in this section here under Import Data from File. Click on Download Excel Data Entry Template. I'm going to open it with Excel. Click on Enable Editing, and then I'm going to save it, File Save As, in a certain folder that's dedicated to Magruder data, 2015 Magruder data. And I'm going to keep the file name, so I always have that template. And I hit Save. Okay. Now I want to save this file as with the file name being the sample number. So I'm going to do File Save As, and the sample number is 150311. Hit Enter. The file name is not important. It doesn't have to be exactly the name of the file. It could be what I chose to call it, or you could put another identifier in the file name. So having the file name as an exact name is not important, just as long as you know and can identify it being results for that particular sample. I could show you, I could go to Windows Explorer to that folder, 2015 Magruder data, and see that the files located in that folder are the template file, which you always want to keep the template file and not add or edit it, but keep it as it is a template file, and then this is the new file that I created with the sample name. Okay, I'm going to go back to Excel and now enter the data. The data that I enter is the method code and the results. So I'm going to enter data for nitrogen, available phosphorus, soluble potassium, and total sulfur. The nitrogen method code that I'm going to use is 010.60. Hit the down arrow key. I'm going to enter the method codes first. And it's very important on the method codes to make sure you use the correct method codes. Method codes have changed from the old program. You could go to the Magruder homepage under the method codes link and see a table of the new method codes. So it's very important to review this table to make sure you're selecting the correct method code for the analyte method you are using to produce the result. The old method code is shown in the last column if you need reference back to what it was in the previous program. Going back to the Excel file, I've entered the method codes for the example I'm going to show for the analytes, and then now I'm going to enter the results. You could enter up to 4 decimal places. If you enter more, the program will not be able to upload it. So 4 decimals is the limit on the results to enter. I'll enter 4 decimals for the first result, but just 2 or 3 for the next results. Oh, and the thing, I didn't realize this until I'm just entering now. it will automatically format it to 4 decimal places. So you see that. So that's what the program automatically does. After you enter the data, you want to save the file, and you want to save it 2 times. The first time you're going to save it as the original Excel file that has the extension XLSX. So you could just hit the save icon up here, or file save, to save it as 150311.xlsx. But for upload, you need to create another file for upload, which is a CSV file. So this will be a file that has CSV instead of the XLSX. So I've already saved it as the XLSX file. I'm going to do a file save as, and bring this window up where I choose save as type. I choose the CSV type, and the one I want to choose is the CSV in parentheses comma delimited. And now you see the file name is 150311.csv. I click save and save the folder. It's going to give you a warning message that some features are not compatible with CSV that's in the Excel file. That's okay. Just click yes to the question, do you want to keep the workbook in this format? Click yes. And now I've saved it as the CSV file. As you see in the very top window here, where I'm pointing, the file name is 150311.csv. Now I'm going to exit out of this Excel file, and it's going to give me a warning message like it's still trying to save it, which is a little bug in the Excel program. You could just ignore it. So do you want to save the changes you made to the CSV file? You already saved it. So you could either hit save or don't save. It doesn't matter. It's already saved. I hit don't save. I go back to Windows Explorer, and I see now in this folder that I have 3 files. I have the template file. I have the file saved as the Excel file with the sample number as the file name. And I have a CSV file with the sample number as a file name. It is this CSV file that I'm going to now upload into the data reporting website. I go back to the website. Let's see, I thought I was logged in. Yeah. I go back to the data reporting website here where I was on import data from file. And you know, if you exit here, you could always come back with your login and get to this place. And then now I'm going to click on upload your CSV file. Click upload. It brings up this on the web page where I have to browse to that file. So you click the browse button, and I'm going to go to the location where the file is. It was underneath this folder, 2015 Magruder data, and I'll click on the CSV file. And when I do, the selected file will appear in this panel here, so I know I've selected the correct file. Make sure it is the CSV file, and then I hit upload file button, and the data you see will appear here with the method codes in result 1 and 2. It gives me a yellow bar saying 4 rows have been imported from uploaded file and saved. However, the imported data has not been submitted yet. So you have to submit it or save it. There is a difference between submit and save button. I'm not going to get into this instructional video. You could check that video on the difference between save and submit. But right now, it would be just okay to save it. So because you know, I'm not ready to submit it for analysis. I just want to save the data I imported. So I'm going to hit the save button, and it says my data has been saved. So now I can successfully exit the program and be sure that when I come back that data is there. It'll give me the status on the date that the data was last saved. Okay, So I log out of the program, and data has been saved in the CSV file and uploaded into the program. So that was the instruction on entering data in the CSV file and uploading it to the data reporting website.